What up, kings? What up, bosses? In this video, we're going to go through what Claude CoWork is and what Claude CoWork skills are, and how you can fully automate your entire backend, the admin work of your HVAC business in under 7 days. Yes, just 1 week, you can fully automate all your invoicing, all your client relationship management, all the software that you're currently using for your HVAC business. You can automate everything. And all of this, you used to have to hire an entire human being. Yes, you had to hire a full-time employee to do all of this. But now, because of AI, specifically Claude CoWork, you don't have to do that. It's very affordable, and let's get into it.
Claude and Claude CoWork has had its moment over the past couple of days. A lot of people are switching to Claude. A lot of people are trying it out, testing, navigating, seeing the difference between ChatGPT and Claude. One thing I notice is that people just open up Claude and use it exactly the same as ChatGPT. So they open it up a chat or they start a project and they start interacting that way. But there's another powerful feature in Claude CoWork that most people completely miss. This feature is called a skill, a Claude CoWork skill. And in this video, I'm going to show you what the skill is, why is it important, and how can it improve your workflow significantly, how you can build your own skill, and how you can use other skills. Let's jump right in.
So I'm not going to react to the entire video, but a skill is essentially replacing an employee. So many of you that are currently running your HVAC businesses, you have an admin employee. Maybe you have a personal assistant, a secretary perhaps, or even a virtual assistant that helps you with your invoicing, your back-end work, even social media posts and all that stuff. Things that you had to hire a physical human being to do, Claude CoWork can do that for as little as $30 per month. Yes, $30 a month. It can do all of that. Like I said, I'm not going to react to her entire video. If you want to watch some of her content on how Claude works, please go subscribe to Alina here. In this video, we're going to dive into specifically how you can use it for your HVAC business.
Your entire workflows can be here. And because you can connect it with different tools, so you can connect it to your Gmail, to Notion, to Canva. If we go to customizing connectors, we can just browse connectors and we can see that there's so many. So if you use
she mentioned you can connect it to your Gmail. This means that if you're too lazy to respond back to client requests or things that your clients are emailing you about, Claude CoWork can be responding to your emails. In addition, you probably have a CRM that you're using to manage your client data, or maybe you have a software for accounting, QuickBooks. This right here is the section where you will connect your QuickBooks, your software for CRM, with Claude CoWork so it can manage all of that manual stuff for you. So you can take naps. I love to take naps. I'm sure you love to take naps. And you can supervise this AI tool to make sure it's done the job right. And this is amazing. The world has changed so much. Technology has changed so much. AI has come such a long way that you can do this. So let me jump into this guide that I created just for you guys. I've designed this ultimate business automation guide on how you can run your HVAC business smarter, more efficiently, and more cost effectively using Claude CoWork. This guide is designed specifically for you if you're running an HVAC repair maintenance business with a small crew. This is perfect for you. So if your crew is like 10 guys or even 20 guys, this guide is perfect for you. You already know the job doesn't stop, okay, when you put down your tools. You already know this. There's things like invoicing, scheduling, payroll, taxes, customer follow-ups. So this guide is going to show you exactly how you can use Claude CoWork AI to connect all the software that you're currently using, or some of the software you're not using, that you should be using, to run your business and save you hours, even days. Some of the things that you can do with this tool is automate something that will take you a week. You can do it in 1 hour. It's incredible. This is so simple. If you can send a text, you can learn how to set this up. So what's inside of this? What's inside of this guide is a process on how to automate your invoicing process. how to automate your payroll process. Maybe you already have a payroll processor that you prefer to use. In this example, I'm using Gusto. Gusto is a well-known payroll processing software. There's plenty of payroll processing software out there, like Paycom, you name it. There's so many on the marketplace. So you can replace that. Your business checking. In this example, I'm using Novo Business Checking. That's the business checking account that I personally use. I prefer to use that. Time tracking. You have a small crew. You want to make sure your crew is out doing their job. For this example, I'm using Connect Team. Accounting. You guys might be familiar with QuickBooks or maybe something else that you're familiar with. A CRM. There's a CRM that is popular amongst you guys in the HVAC business, which is called Service Titan. So you can automate that process. So instead of you manually logging into that platform, you don't have to do that anymore. It's a headache. Let AI do that for you. Scheduling, dispatching, inventory management. That's another one too. Maybe you have a software that you're using for managing inventory that's manual. How do you automate that? This guide is going to show you how. Customer reviews. This guide is going to show you how to do that. Agreements and maintenance plans. This guide is going to show you how to do that using Claude CoWork. Like I said, I'm not going to go through everything. As you can see, as I'm skimming through all of this, there's a step-by-step process for how to pay your crew, a step-by-step process on how to track hours with Connect Team. When you get this guide from me, all you have to do is feed it into Claude CoWork, and it will learn your process that is unique to you. How to manage your money using QuickBooks, your accounting, customer management, CRM, depending on what CRM you guys have. And then here's the fun part, the cost breakdown. Depending on how your business is currently set up, this cost varies. But let's go through it. For the Claude CoWork Pro, because you're going to need to sign up for the Pro version, this is going to run you between $20 and $30 per month. Can you imagine? You can replace a full-time employee that you had to pay thousands of dollars for with the software that costs only $30 a month. This is incredible, guys. DocuSign, I like to use DocuSign for, contracts. Maybe you dealing with a client that has a big job. Maybe it's a commercial client, and you need to clearly state out exactly what you're going to work on. DocuSign is the perfect software to use. It's going to run you about $25 or even more per month because you're going to go for the business plan. So I would say maybe it's going to run you about $50 in this case. Stripe for credit card payments. Stripe is free, as you guys know. You get charged based on transactions. Gusto is your payroll processor or whatever you guys are currently using. Novo, your business checking. The reason why I love Novo Bank, it's a very modern bank that it's more like a technology company that is also a bank. That's what I love about it. And it's easy to integrate that with a bunch of software in the marketplace. But when you look at the bigger banks, like the Chase Banks, Bank of America's, they don't have these integrations with software. That's why I don't like them. So I prefer Novo Bank for that reason. Connect Team, depending on how many people you have in your crew, that's the cost right there. QuickBooks, about $55 a month. Service Titan, that's where the cost is going to be a little high, okay? Of course, there's also an alternative to that CRM, the most popular CRM called Jobber, so that's more affordable. Then, of course, your business profile on Google and other platforms too, because there are a bunch of other platforms that are out there that you will need for your customer reviews. So this is just a basic cost breakdown on how to fully automate your existing HVAC business. Now, if you don't currently have an HVAC business and you are starting your own HVAC business, this guide is also perfect for you because this makes you very competitive. When you build your new business, your new HVAC business using this guide, you're going to be way more competitive than the existing HVAC businesses on the marketplace. Most of the existing businesses on the marketplace are still set up the old school way. So when you use this guide, you set up everything using AI, man, the existing businesses will never be able to compete with you. By the time they catch up to you, it's going to be at least 12 months from now, by the time they're catching up to what you're doing. If you're starting from scratch, this is the perfect one. Because most of these major like HVAC businesses that are out there, they're like dinosaurs, guys. They're like the Titanic. Most of them are sinking right now. They're not paying their employees good wages. So most of the employees are disgruntled. They're trying to leave. Cost of living is high. So if you already have your license to operate in the state, oh man, take this guide, use Claude CoWork. You're going to be running laps around the competition. In this new era, it's not about who's got the biggest budget anymore. It's about who's got the most efficient process using AI. I hope you guys got some value from this video. If you guys are ready to take your business to the next level, schedule a call. I'll put a link in the description of this video. I'm going to send you this guide. And once I send you this guide, I will add you to a private membership group of other people just like you, other HVAC professionals just like you that are looking to get into this business and automate their entire businesses using AI. So I want to create a good community of like-minded people so we can hold each other accountable to do the work. Call it like a group of bosses or a group of kings, okay? I'll put a link in the description of this video. Schedule some time. Talk to you soon.